My topic of discussion is about positive attitude towards work. Vis-a-vis what majority of our friends and colleagues around the society, both within the Netherlands and out, kind of a mindset that they do have. I thought I would throw some bit of light on what would be good or what I think probably would be of importance for most of you. First and foremost, I'll begin by introducing what I mean by work. Of course, it's obvious, getting involved in paid employment. But the reason why I'm bringing up this is because when you live in the Netherlands, it's quite interesting that most people get to a point where they get almost each and everything on a silver thread. For those of you who know the out-caring point of view, whereby the government takes care of you when you just come in the country, and at the end of the day, you still get this kind of support all through your entire time in some of these countries, if you really don't think you need to do something else. And this is my main point of concern that I wanted to probably share with you. Away the fact that if you're skilled, or if you want to have the ability to have the skills, that you can have the same competitive edge with these same people that are in the job market. I know quite a number of people who are also coming from a migrant background, who are actually doing jobs that are really competitive alongside that they really have to go ahead and compete with the nationals from this country. So if these people can make it, it also means that you too can make it, but it also comes from the point that you need to change your mindset, that this is possible with you. And if it's possible with someone else, you too can also make it. Some people say that the only jobs that I can get are probably funny jobs of that do not fit with my status or my level of education, or how will they see me that I'm doing this kind of job. But the whole thing is, how do you penetrate the market? How do you penetrate the job market at large? Before I get into that point of how to penetrate the job market, I'll also a little bit give the second advantage of being employed. Most people here have lived here for quite a long time. I know those who have lived here 20 years, 30 years, and I'm sure there are those who have been here 40 years or most of their entire time in the Netherlands. But if you're going to remain on social benefits as an individual, there are things that you should forget about. Things like you as an individual developing in this country, because the fact is you chose to live in the Netherlands means that you're spending almost all your adulthood life in the Netherlands, and this is more like your home. Development cannot be only, I don't really believe that it should only be one-sided. You can develop in the Netherlands and also develop in Uganda. It's something that you can do, but you can only do this when you have a changed mindset that this is possible. I can give an example. Some people, you know, people who have got mortgages and have houses. Actually, people think mortgages may be a liability. To some point it is, but it's a future investment on the other hand. Because you're paying rent every day, because you're not going to sleep on the street, and nobody sleeps on the street in the Netherlands. I'm pretty sure, except mostly the migrants, nobody's going to sleep on the street. But you're paying this rent to the landlord, and this money is going every single month, whereas you're growing old every single year. You get it? But if you're on social benefits, there is no way you can have the opportunity to be able to get a mortgage in the Netherlands. Because the first thing they flag out is they consider you not to have a source of income. Even if the fact that you receive some money from government and you're able to use this money for your personal bills, but they consider this as not income, and you cannot qualify to get a mortgage. This mortgage is something that you can benefit on as time goes by when you grow old. Because at the end of the day, if you say, well, for me, I raise my hand in the Netherlands, I'm going back to Uganda, then what happens? Will you just go back with your bag to Uganda? I don't think that should be the best way. If you have a mortgage, this means you can say, well, I think I need to sell this house. I may not have finished all the money through, but at least I've paid for the last 20 years, and the amount of money that I've paid has also gained because most of the assets in housing always gain value. And at the end of the day, you'll be like, well, I can sell this house and let me go home with at least 200,000 euros. And I start my elderly life in Uganda, which is something that is quite fairer than when you have to pay the rent for the rest of your life, and when you're going back to your country, you're going back with only your bag. My third advantage that I think working is quite important is that you build a network of people. There is a saying that goes that your network is your net worth. This saying, if you don't really analyze this statement, you may never get to know what exactly the content is. But the more people you know who are credible, the more your worth grows. This comes in a way that if you're planning to do a business in a given area, and you know a certain group of people who can help you, these are the people who can become potential investors in your business or in your idea, which can help you to grow and build up something from scratch and then promote or build a network. Some people have deals, then you're like, oh, someone has made a deal of this, but a deal of a given amount of money is not going to find you at home. You need to reach out to people who matter in order to be able to access this kind of advantages. And this is through networking. And you can get networking when you are working, for instance, in a job, engaging yourself in certain activities that involve different diversity of people, trying to cut the boundaries from your culture. Not that, one thing that I've noticed over time is that most people want to associate only within their reach. Like if I'm a Ugandan, my community should only be where I can